Projectibles are high-resolution, high-dynamic range, animated displays created by combining printed colors with projected light. To create a projectible, a user takes an HDR input video and decomposes the video into layers. Users can preview the 3D layout of how they want the projectible to look. The layers are decomposed into a static printed component and a dynamic projected component using our system to minimize visual artifacts. The user can then cut out the layers that comprise the projectible, and then print the content that goes with each layer. Here, we show a professional vinyl cutter plotter that automatically cuts out contours of the content for designers to apply to the laser cut shapes. Designers can also print and cut out the content, creating layers by first stenciling the shape, and then cutting out the shapes from foam core boards. Here we show how designers can bring together the separate layers using standard pushpins, assembling the printed portion of the projectible. The projection component can be applied by first warping the projected content so that it is aligned to the printed component. Here we show the final projectible where dynamic projected scotch flows from a static bottle into glass. Here we show a 2.5D example. Notice the ghosted regions that are present in the printed component to increase the contrast ratio of the moving people. The projected component fully compensates for the ghosting regions. The castle is extruded from the back to create an auto-stereoscopic effect. Notice that when the printed and projected are combined, no visual ghosting from the moving people are present, and the contrast ratio of the scene is maximized. Designers can also make fully 3D projectibles. Here, we show the printed and projected components of a paper cutouts, which are arranged into a 3D scene and then overlaid with projection mapped content, creating a high dynamic range augmented world. Projectibles can also be made with an input video sequence that contains a moving camera. This results in a heavily blurred printed component with the projector compensating for the moving camera. The final projectible shows minimal visual artifacts and a maximized contrast ratio over the standalone projected video sequence. Projectibles also works in a rear projected orientation using a transparent material. Notice the color contrast and detail in the background cliffs, as well as the rock faces above the flowing water. Projectibles also works when a projector is replaced with an LCD display. Here we show the waterfall video sequence on a standard desktop monitor. A static printed transparency can also be applied to a mobile tablet display. Here we show a transparent on a tablet that can deliver a high dynamic range menu bar for a game. Here we show a 5 by 3 feet 30 megapixel time-lapse sequence that creates a fully immersive HDR experience. Please see the paper for more details.